Hi, this is Tia Cristy, and we are doing the journey to TEDx Wilmington. And today I get to talk with another one of our great speakers. I'm very excited. I can't wait to meet you in person personally. Like this is like one of the thrilling moments when you get to meet some new people. And today I'm speaking with Craig Handley. Craig, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you for asking. All right, I know you're on your way to a family vacay, but I wanted to touch base with you on your journey to TEDx. So thank you for making some time for me. Will you tell people a little bit about you, what you do?
Geez, it's a hard question to answer nowadays. I started out, as a paper boy, and now I've got like five different businesses, and I'm writing music and doing all kinds of things. So I guess if someone were to ask me, the list would be musician, songwriter. So that's one of my primary passions. I'm an entrepreneur. I have five, 4 or 5 businesses. I forget how many, and I'm an actor. I was just in a movie a couple weeks ago with Cuba Gooding Jr. So that's kind of
So
cool. I've done
cool.
I've done comedy. Let's see, I'm an author, so I've got a best-selling book called Hired to Quit. So I wear a lot of hats, I guess, is kind of what it
You're,
comes down to.
you're a Renaissance man. I love it.
I like, I love the arts. So I love being, I mean, if only I could paint, I could be an artist, a musician, but I don't paint. So I'm going to have to try to
So
learn, I think, because I want to be all of the things artsy. And if I
I
could
will
only dance,
teach you.
I'm not the best dancer. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to think I was the best dancer on the floor, but nowadays, I'm not so sure anymore, but I think I can still cut a rug a little bit. So I guess I could throw dancer in there too, just because
That's
dancing really
fantastic.
has no dancing really has no art form. You just either dance or you don't. And I don't mind going out on the floor and making a fool of myself. So dancer as well. There you go.
Excellent. You know what? I'll set up like a little painting station at TEDx Wilmington and we'll do some art together. How about that?
Then I can say I'm an artist too if I sold something. That's right. If I sell some art somewhere. It's interesting. I've
Exactly.
got a big project. I've got some projects where I'm combining art and music. So
So I can't wait to jam out with you. Apparently, we're gonna have a little band there.
you
More
write some
more
music too?
well, I play a wicked triangle. That's all I give myself credit for.
I gotta say, I'm not so sure. I mean, I could do the egg shaker.
Okay.
Give it that where
Mhm.
you put the rice in the egg and shake it up.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I might get a
But
little
I
overzealous
play
with
the
that egg,
piano.
but
I'm a piano
that's
player more than anything. So, yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Maury David, we talked with him the other day, and he said he wants to have a TEDx Wilmington band. And we're all just going to jam out afterwards.
We were at a big party in Las Vegas, and it was this guy's it was this guy's mansion, and he had 2 pianos, and I was like, it was supposed to be a networking party, but when I saw the pianos, I sat down, and for 3 hours, I just played stuff. So
That's awesome. That's the way to have fun at a party. Well, I just wanted
right.
to talk with you about your journey to TEDx to the Red Circle. And can you tell us like what you do so many things? What are you going to be talking about for your TEDx?
One of the things I guess I feel like I've learned what the matrix in life is. The matrix is to help other people without any concern for what's going to come back to you. And through that philosophy or that strategy of just focusing on helping others reach their dreams, sometimes those people want to work with me and hire me, but a lot of times they don't. And it's just getting away from the animosity of, oh, geez, I just gave them all this help and they didn't hire me, or it's just all these questions. People like a lot of times they want to do things, but only if somebody does things for them. And so I've just had this counterintuitive where I wanted to be a musician all my life, and I felt like I didn't have the support. I wanted to support others, and that's what my book's about, called Hired to Quit, Inspired to Stay. It's about helping people accomplish and live their own dreams, instead of my dreams.
Right.
So that's what I started focusing on, is really helping people developing. I used to get paid $10,000 a day for a marketing strategy. Now I give them away for free. And you know what? I make more money because of it. I do things for others without any idea of what it's going to do for me. But what happens is you create these relationships, and relationship capital is so valuable. So what I'm going to talk about is really the hidden secret to accomplishing all of your goals. And I'm going to tell people how they can accomplish all of their dreams by helping others accomplish theirs. And I've been really good at executing through that. I've helped thousands of people do things that they love and want to do, and been very successful at teaching them shortcuts, life hacks, kind of like biohacking with your body, you know?
Right.
I have a unique ability to find the life hack. And I've accomplished, I'm a living testament that everything I'm teaching can work. You know, I mean, I'm writing music and I'm networking and I'm helping others. And I've met people and they've introduced me to some of the most famous singers in the world. And they're now doing my songs, you know? So I've gotten to places that as a kid, I mean, I could only dream about. I don't even know if I had it in my head that I could do some of the things I've done, you know? And so I've been able to build a life of abundance by helping others.
You're
And so I've
so
got a blueprint.
inspiring.
Yeah, I've got a blueprint on how to do that.
You're so inspiring. And I love that because, you know, my thing is tips from Tia, and I'm all about the life hacks. So we're gonna really have to sit down and talk after TEDx, and you know,
Some
we'll
of the
come up with
stories, like
something great to help the world.
one story. So I have a friend of mine, not a friend, but he came to work for my call center, and we were taking phone calls for our legal class action suits. And he was a lawyer, but he had looked for a job as a lawyer before he took this job in my call center, taking phone calls. But he couldn't get a job because all the law firms, he was a beginner. And to be a partner, it was like an 8-year, 10-year thing. And I want you to set up a podcast, and I want you to interview all the lawyers in Hermosillo, Mexico, where you live. And what I want you to do is I want you to interview them about what they practice, what they see, how's the legal environment. I said, put a list of questions together. But one of your questions is, where is the hole in Hermosillo? What types of legal things aren't covered that well in Hermosillo? And see if you find any consistency around those things. So we did, I don't know, he interviewed 15 to 20 lawyers in town, and we kind of got a theme as to where the hole was. And I said, okay, now I want you to hang out your shingle covering the hole. And I want you to call all of your new friends that you did podcasts with and tell them that you opened a business and you're covering the hole. And they all referred business to him. And he was able to, you know, get out of my call center in 5 months and go open his own practice. And he has 3 months into his own practice, he hired 8 of his own people, you know, and I'm like,
Wow.
it's just a hack. I'm like, so he's not only a partner, but he's the owner in his own law firm after 6 months, instead of waiting 8 to 10 years. And those are the types of things I look at. I'm like, why do people, you know, there's a lot of people call them sheep, you know, there's people that just follow all the rules. But who made the rules? And why do people think those are the rules? It's a lot of times rules are just a construction within your own head.
Yes.
It's like with music. I reached out to every director that was doing movies and offered to do sync with them directly. I'm like, you give me your script and I'll write music for your script and be your music director. Yeah, okay. I gave them 30% instead of an agency.
That's
I'm like,
right.
why do people pay royalties when they should be getting paid royalties because they're the distribution channel?
Wow. Yeah, cut it out. I love that. Oh,
So yeah, my book's called Hired to Quit. I used to train my employees to quit the same day I'd hire them. In their first training class, it was all about how to leave. It was really throwing people off. What do you mean you want me to quit? Only 5% of the people that we train really should quit and should do
right.
something else, that entrepreneurial spirit. So most people have simple dreams. And when you start to focus on their dreams, then good things happen for your business. So I kind of developed all of my businesses around that strategy of helping others get to the next level.
That's fantastic. Oh my gosh, you are so inspiring. I love this. Um, I can't wait to listen to your talk. Who are you hoping to target in the audience with this?
I just want to help people. You know, I don't have any specific target. The reality is I've done really, you know, I've done fine in my life. I mean, I don't really have there's always somebody who can help me with something. You know, I always want to meet more musicians and, you know, but at the same point, I don't go into things looking to help myself. I go into things looking to help others reach their next level and to create friendships and relationships. And if
Mhm.
somehow those turn into opportunities, That's great. If it doesn't, though, it doesn't mean I don't want to be friends with someone who doesn't need me, right? There's a lot of great people in this world. And just
That's
because they
right.
don't want to work with me doesn't mean I don't want to be friends. It's just looking at the relationship capital in life, helping people get there, and it makes you, it just creates happiness. When you see other people reaching their goals, if you learn that there is no competition in this lifetime, we're all here, and we should really focus on love as opposed to what's in it for me, or oh, I can't believe they're doing something that I can't do, or I want to celebrate others' victories as much as I like to celebrate my own.
That I love. Yes, hallelujah to that. You are such a genuine soul. I mean, I I'm so moved by everything that you're
Not
saying. I
not
really
always.
can't.
It wasn't
I
always like this, but I've learned.
That's wonderful. So, how are you preparing for your TEDx? You briefly told me, and I'm very entertained by this. So, let everybody else know. How are you preparing?
Well, I've got a great team around me, and I've kind of said, look, with my experience, I know my material. There isn't much that's going to throw me. So I told my team, set up just some slides to give me a blueprint, and I'll just talk and do what I do. And as a musician and an artist, I've been on stage a lot. It doesn't make me nervous. Comedy was the scariest thing I've ever done, because if you miss one line, then the whole, like, all of your other jokes start to fall to the side. So that was a little scary.
Right.
But for
Wah,
the
wah,
most part,
wah.
I've got experience. And what I did was I set up a couple of talks in March, at different events, so that I could basically kind of walk through what I'm doing and perfect it, and make sure that it's on point, make sure my target is, a little tightened up, and the track that I'm running on has a little bit more clarity. I think the path right now probably has some brush still in it as as I'm jogging down. There's some trees that are still hitting me in the face, but I think by doing a couple of,
Run
talks in
throughs.
March, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like a run through, right?
That's awesome. I love that you have that opportunity. That is a great way to do it. And you're the first to mention something like that. So I think that could inspire a lot of others that are making their way to the red circle to look for opportunities to do these run throughs so you can perfect that talk. So is this your first TEDx?
My first TEDx, yeah, I've talked about a lot of things. My knowledge is, I've got a really good sales background, so I can talk about sales, marketing. I can talk about music. I mean, I've studied my butt off to be able to write a hit song, so I know all the tips and tricks in that. And I'm sure I'll bring up music a lot because I'm so passionate about it. And of course, becoming an artist is a dream that a lot of people think is out of reach. Only 5% of new music breaks, but why would somebody go into a business where it's such a low? It's like trying to be an NFL player, right? But I guess I believe in life that it should be 33% happiness, right? It should be happy 33% of the time. The other 33% of the time, I'm kind of meh. It's not good. It's not bad. It's a meh
Right,
lifestyle. And then 33% of the time, I really expect to be frustrated. And the reason that I expect that frustration is because my goals are big. If I
right.
don't have big enough goals and they were easy to coast through, I wouldn't have any frustration, because I know I can accomplish it. So I reach farther than probably most people would, because, I know that in order for me to feel like I'm accomplishing something or that I'm being successful, I know 33% of the time I shouldn't really feel happy. I mean, I should feel some frustration
Right.
because I did set goals that are big enough. So I think sometimes people think that the goal is to be happy all the time. I don't think that's our goal. I think our goal in life is to grow and feel challenged and to overcome those challenges. And pain is the only way you truly experience growth.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yes.
So I think we all need to believe that pain is maybe one of the best things that can happen to us in our life, even though it sucks. It's the best way that you experience that growth that you need. So you got to embrace that frustration. If you're not experiencing frustration, then look at your goals and reset them bigger,
That's
better,
right. Yes.
higher.
Every diamond went through pain. That's what I say. Every diamond went through pain. And look at how they sparkle now.
Yeah. Well, I still feel a
You
little bit like I still feel that imposter syndrome every once in a while. I still feel like that piece of coal every
Oh
once in a
no,
while.
you are a
Yeah,
true diamond, my
even though
friend.
I've worked hard, I do still feel a little bit like that imposter syndrome. Like people think I'm an expert in the metaverse and the NFT space and I do know a lot about it, but I always when people ask me to speak in that world, I still feel like a little bit of an imposter. But the funny thing is, I feel like I know a lot more than most people and how
Right.
to make an NFT, the right way without trying to frame one of my daughter's handwritten pictures and saying it's an NFT.
Right, right. I think we all feel that way, no matter what we accomplish, there's still that but
Yeah,
that's all part of the process of helping others and what makes me the authority, but there's so much. It's a full package deal. So Craig, thank you so much for sharing all that. Now is this going to be your first time in Wilmington, Delaware?
I've been to DC quite a bit, so I don't know if I've been to Wilmington per se, but I mean I've been in that area quite a bit, so
Okay.
excited to see my friends in DC again.
Very nice. That's what I was going to say. What are you looking forward to most with TEDx Wilmington?
Really, look, it's being able to break bread with some really good people, hang out with some people who I care about, love, and respect, and then try to share some. You spend time on this planet generating brain power and wisdom, and it wouldn't be great if I couldn't share that with others, help other people do things that they dream about doing. So I guess that's what I look forward to is lifting up others and meeting some really cool people.
That's awesome. Yes, and I really hope that we get time where we can sit down and break bread as well, because I know it'll be a busy weekend for you, but I'm really looking forward to getting
Well,
to spend some time.
I only speak once, but I'm going to be there for the whole weekend, so I'm sure I'll have plenty of time.
Oh, good, good. All right, excellent. All right. Well, if you have any links that you want me to share, Craig, I will make sure that I put them below. Also, tickets are still available to get to TEDx Wilmington on April 29th. There's going to be about 26 speakers, including Mr. Greg Handley. It's definitely going to be a show to watch. So I will have all the links below, and I will see you on the red circle.
Excellent.